On the Range Podcast. On the Range.
Hello, Muscatatuck. Here we are. Woo! Here we are in Jennings County, Indiana, the Jennings County. There's only one of them, folks. We're here at the Muscatatuck Urban Training Center for the American Tactical Canine Association 2023. As always, I am Mark Kelley, and with me is Rick Hogg from Hogg Tactical. How's it going, buddy?
Man, Mark, it's going great. We are live here at Muscatatuck. Great time, great guests. And I'm going to tell you this, buddy. I am super excited about today's guest.
Yeah.
So we've got Nic Fontaine, fellow Army veteran, fellow teammate, fellow entrepreneur. His company is Kilo 3 Consulting, so make sure you guys check him out on all the social platforms, website, all that other stuff. But Nic, welcome to the show. Glad you're here, buddy.
Hey, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, so real quick before we start, give me your website. What's that right off the get-go?
So I'm kilo3.com.
Oh, there, even better, man.
Even
Kilo3.com. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So since you're out there checking out Kilo3.com, don't forget, swing by warhog.com, KelleyDefense.com. Sign up for those newsletters. We will not inundate you. But how's the conference going, buddy?
I'm having a blast. This has been one of the best events I've ever attended before.
Yeah. So you're, what are you, about a year, 2 years retired now?
Almost 2 years, yes.
Almost 2 years. So how's been the transition from, if you want to say the military, to entrepreneurship, and some challenges that's been going on with that one?
I think I work more now, to be honest.
Yes,
oh, absolutely.
I agree, brother. It's one of those things, and I know we've chatted back and forth and kind of got you dialed in, but what's kind of Kilo 3 doing? What are you guys focused on?
So Kilo 3 started when I retired back in April of last year. I got from a fellow teammate asked to do some canine work over in Africa as an anti-poaching dog tracking trainer. I took advantage of it right away, and now I've been going back and forth to Africa, and then it led to now I'm the primary instructor for the USASOC Basic Canine Handler course.
Mm-hmm. But then you're also doing stuff on the side. We've got some side gigs as well, doing some canine training as well.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Pretty much right now, tracking is one of my big things. Tracking, trailing, and the route clearance detection stuff.
Okay. So just paint a little better picture for people, right? You did, what was it, 26 years?
26 years.
Wow.
I started out as an MP and canine, and then I was a canine instructor, and we started the Specialized Search Dog program down at Lackland Air Force Base. From there, I met up with some guys back from Fort Bragg, and they asked me to come try out for something, and I did, and my life changed 17 years ago, and I spent my last 17 years of my career back at Fort Bragg.
Yeah. And, I mean, here's the thing. So, again, I think it's important for guys out there to understand, Nic's not coming from some theoretical standpoint. It's actual from experience out there, working a dog on the battlefield, training dogs for the battlefield, so just a plethora of knowledge. I think that's a key component that when you're out there teaching, it's not, hey, man, I think this might work. Hey, this is what we've done overseas. This is what's worked for us. This is what saved our ass. Because God knows them little four-legged beasts. It's added work, but, man, the payoff on the back end is absolutely huge.
Yeah, Rick, I think, I'm a firm believer that the dogs save lives. They're the difference between a guy coming home to his wife and kids or a woman going home to her husband and kids. They truly save lives, and it's been proven on the battlefield. Mm-hmm. And I was happy to take our experiences that we had overseas and bring it back here to civilian law enforcement and the younger generation of the military.
Yeah. Because let's be an honest broker, and Mark, I know you had something to chime in. Let's be an honest broker. I hate to say it, but that combat experience, it's fading away, right? And
sure.
trying to get those lessons learned to that next generation, so they don't repeat some of the same mistakes we learned.
Exactly, and unfortunately, the threats that we were facing overseas are now coming here to us in the United States.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was going to ask a question right off the bat. This is your first American Tactical Canine Conference.
It is.
And you were asked to teach a class, which sometimes it takes some time to get into this group here and then start becoming part of the cadre. What class are you teaching right now, and who's been your we didn't have any military this year. I don't know if I haven't seen any yet.
No.
I haven't
So
seen
you're
it.
teaching law enforcement. What's your class this year?
So we decided to bring. I'm running my scenarios based off the current threats, like the Boston Marathon bombing. So I'm running explosive route clearance detection for these law enforcement
Oh, very good.
agencies.
Yeah.
And these VIP venues, these concerts, these stuff. These guys are very interested in clearing their path.
Yeah.
Their egress routes and clearing the way for important people to get. So, explosive route clearance and detection.
Yeah, I know Rick and I did a lot of protection stuff back in the day, and that was a critical piece. Mm-hmm. Had them dogs, the Secret Service dogs, and all that stuff. And
I think you've done that too, haven't you, Nick? When from the MP side, did you do any venue clearance or anything like that?
Yeah, I did some Department of State missions in Moscow and other places for dignitaries.
Yeah. So I mean, it again, between the battlefield, I mean, it is practical application experience that's being taught, just not some arbitrary, hey, man, I think this might work, might give it a shake. No, man, it's coming from experience, so.
100%, and my biggest thing is making sure these guys know it's a team effort.
Yep.
So don't just rely on the dog. Use your tactical awareness and all that as well to help the dog if you need to.
That's something that I don't think a lot of law enforcement already just think about. Route clearing and that kind of thing. Event. Now, I know they do events and things like that, but route clearing and all these other things, that's another tool that you can put in your dog team's toolbox that's not commonplace.
Yeah.
Right? It's just something, and then, Nick's going to tell you how to do it right, and he's got all kinds of stuff. That's just something that's really cool about this conference. You see a wide variety of scenarios being addressed that they can use their dog for. We talked about this last night. Both of you guys were indicating that a lot of times guys and girls just don't actually know the capabilities of their canine partners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they're sold short. And Nick, if you want to articulate on that one, it's a group effort. And again, if you're not putting the time in, but you got to trust the dog. But I'll let you kind of articulate on that one.
Yeah, I mean, your canine's a force multiplier. They bring a lot to the battlefield or to the fight wherever you're at, and. Again, if you trust your dog and trust your training, it's about the effort and the commitment you put into your dog. And I'm telling you, that dog will run through fire for you if you do it right.
Yeah.
Yes, he will, buddy. And trust me, we've seen that. We have seen that without a doubt.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So what do you got coming up next? Where are you going to be next with what's your company's name again?
Kilo 3.
Kilo3.com. Where are you going next after this conference?
So I just finished up a 6-week law enforcement class, and I'm heading back on Monday to start a USASOC trainer class for some handlers for 4 weeks. And then I pick up a new course right after that for the USASOC basic canine handler course.
That's amazing, man. It's just going to keep growing too, brother.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm very fortunate, and I'm very blessed to have mentors like Rick here, was my team leader and taught me a lot. We still train together on the weekends sometimes.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
So, Nick, if guys want to get in touch with you, they want to get some training, get something set up, is Kilo3.com the best way for them to get in touch?
You can find my phone number on Kilo3.com, and you can also go to Facebook or Instagram.
And then
Kilo3 Consulting.
There it is.
And then what about your social media? You got an active social media going on? I saw it on there, I thought.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Facebook, Kilo3, and then Instagram is Kilo3 Consulting.
Kilo3 Consulting on IG. Awesome, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, well, thank you for your service, man. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Yep. Finally.
And Rick, I know Rick's talked a lot about you, and it's just been great. And I really appreciate your continued service helping out these law enforcement officers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you want to come back, all you got to do is just hit Rick up.
You've always got a hot seat, man. All good.
Right on.
All right, buddy.
Thanks,
Have
guys.
fun.